Hey guys, Colin Lake here from Durham Kettlebell Club. I'm gonna take you through a few things that can help you in your Turkish Get-Up, both in the initial roll onto your elbow and then reversing that, coming down from the elbow onto your side, onto your back. So when you're doing the Turkish Get-Up, there are a few points you want to consider. Okay, so one thing is you want this to be a rolling pattern. You want to drive from the foot. Notice my knee. My knee comes in, but my knee is still abducted relative to my hip position. You can see my belly button, or if my belly button's right here, right? Is that a laser pointer pointing out of it? It's pointing up to the ceiling, right? That's kind of funny, a laser pointer in the belly button. But anyways, now the laser pointer is pointing that way, right? The belly button laser pointer, whoosh, going that way. Okay, but you get the idea. Okay, you're going to drive the foot into the floor, rolling onto your side. Okay, but you're still getting the action from the glute, which is external rotation, abduction, and extension. Okay, so that knee is still out relative to the hip position. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, the next thing is the vertical arm. Okay, you can use the weight and shift it towards the straight leg to help you in the momentum in the roll. Okay, but the heavier you are, the more challenging it is to keep vertical. So the heavier the weight, the less angle you're going to be able to do that. Okay, so you're going to now use those two things, the leg coming in, driving the foot, as well as the hand and the arm shifting the weight. You can see it this way, okay? When I go that way, you see that? Okay, when I move my arm that way, that's gonna help the momentum. And so I move my arm subtly, and then that's a cue for my leg to drive into the ground. Okay? Show it you on this side. Okay, so that's vertical. This is proprioceptive perpendicular to the floor, which is I'm balancing the weight of the kettlebell in with the arm. Okay, so this would be vertical, right? Perpendicular to the floor. But this is proprioceptive perpendicular to the floor. Big difference. Okay, this is nice and stable. This feels like shit, and like the kettlebell is going to be pulled this way. This feels nice and secure. Okay, I'll show that again in this angle. Okay, this is this is perpendicular to the floor. This is proprioceptive perpendicular to the floor. This is well balanced and strong. This is weak and compromised, and it's gonna feel like the kettlebell's going that way. This feels like it's nice and secure. Okay, so use that arm and shift that center of mass right here towards the straight leg. So go from like vertical to proprioceptive perpendicular to the floor to slightly past proprioceptive perpendicular to the floor. Okay, so this is offset going that way. That's proprioceptive perpendicular to the floor. That's offset going that way. Okay, and you can use that in your Turkish Get-Up. Okay, the devil's in the details. I'm actually getting tired from holding this kettlebell up. And I just did a PR today. 68 kilogram Turkish Get-Up. I'll show it to you in the video, I'll overlay it. But anyway, here again, you're going to be using the leg, the arm. Okay, you're going to be biasing that center of mass offset towards that leg, just ever so briefly to help you on the way up. Okay, and you can reverse that on the way down. Okay, now when you're coming on the way up, so you got the leg and the arm, and you're going to put those two things together. And now you've got that elbow, so it's kind of like a three-stage rocket, the leg, the arm, and then you're going to drive up with the elbow is the third stage. Now on the way back, you're going to drive that elbow that's on the ground, you're going to drive that elbow into the ground and push your body away. At the same time, you're going to use this leg and help you to stabilize it on the way down. It goes nice and slow. You really see that offset center of mass. Okay, this is proprioceptive perpendicular to the floor. This is offset towards the straight leg, but it's going to help me and stabilizing and coming down. Anyways, I hope you liked this little bit of tidbit of information with the Turkish Get-Up. I'm fairly good with the Turkish Get-Up. If you have any questions, or if you want to get some amazing kettlebells from Great Lakes Gear Pro, they're 50% off right now. Go check them out. If you're interested in training, shoot me a DM. Okay, we can get you going. Got remote training options. Anyways, don't forget to share and subscribe to the channel. Okay, more videos coming. Thanks.